You ever played a nice, rousing game of Limbo? You may have once asked yourself, how low can you go? Well, the human race has been working to figure that out for a while, and anime has yet to find the bottom of it. There's a new anime that came out this season called My Life at Inaki-san's Dog. I don't know if I'm pronouncing the name right. It's basically zoophilia, a bestiality, if you will, in layman's terms, so to speak. Basically, a girl should just fuck her dog. That's basically, that's pretty much what's trying to happen here. People online are pretty outraged about it in general. It was made by a studio named Quad, who hasn't produced anything that's topped a 7 on the charts yet, so looking good. Reddit has also been reviewing every episode, and out of 10, none of them have broken a 5. So, way to go, champ. Maybe we're starting to learn that, by and large, humanity is not on board with fucking your dog, which is a good thing. I'm proud of you all for being against it. Give yourself a pat on the back. And of course, you got people who are reviewing it. Now, to be fair, the anime is not fully done with its first season. It's supposed to be 12 episodes. I think only 3 or 4 are out right now, but it's already bad. It's already really bad. For instance, we have Rebel Panda. You ever wondered what it'd be like if you turned into a dog? How about if you were a dog owned by a girl who loves her pets a little too much? Here's your answer. My life at Unaki-san's Dog is a utter disaster. It is ugly, creepy, and downright painful to sit through. The jokes are weak, the plot is non-existent, and the animation is bland and uninspired. So this is basically one of those animes that exist purely to forward the own perversion of the writer, it would presume, and maybe even the studio that's animating it. I mean, they are animating all the little nuance and details. Even for a 12-minute per episode ecchi, it's awful. The characters are one-dimensional stereotypes, and each of them is unlikable. The first 3 episodes are filled with pandering, grotesque fetishes, contrivances, and cringeworthy attempts at humor. It is one of the worst ecchis ever made, and it is not worth anyone's time. There is nudity in the uncensored version. I don't know that you'd actually want to see that. Do you want to see the entire picture of a lady fucking her dog? But at what cost? Sexualizing romance between an animal and a human is beyond disgusting, and the execution is just horrific. In one of the most vile scenes, Unaki coerces the dog slash boy into licking her toes by slamming her foot against a wall. Or perhaps the most repulsive part is the second episode where Unaki gleefully watches the dog boy pee. Takes pictures of him as he can do nothing but scream internally in anguish. So she takes pictures of his nice, cute little pee-pee. The basic gist of the story here is a high school boy wakes up as his crush's dog. That's basically the gist of what happens. I'm sure there's no rhyme or reason to it. You don't have to have all that. There doesn't need to be logic. The dog's name Pochita is a horny guy inside of a dog's body. Nekotani, which is Unaki's best friend, is a klutz who is scared of dogs, and God forbid the main girl, Inaki, who seemed to love a dog very much. But wouldn't you say it's normal to love your pet, as you should do? Don't worry, Unaki loves Pochita a lot, but it seems that she loves him. It's concerning as her bond gets deeper with the dog every episode. This show really nails the fact that Unaki is straight up zoophilia. I don't know any anime is getting away with showing Pochita sniffing cats, and yes, not those kind of cats. But the anime is becoming the hottest garbage of the year already, and we're only in January. And we still got 11 more months. Can only go downhill from here. There's even a few news articles that have written about it. I also love they point out that every new anime season, there's always at least one controversial series that social media erupts about. I mean, they might be erupting for good reason. There are some that kind of like to sexualize the young. Good reason to be a little pissed off. Within the span of the first episode, the main character has been transformed to a dog and is taken by his high school crush, a girl named Karen Unaki. Only a matter of moments later, she decides to take a bath with the MC turd canine. Yeah, I mean, it already starts off on a really weird note. Getting into the bath with your dog. First off, most people normally just shower their dog. They don't stick it in a bath. I guess smaller dogs, they kind of do. But getting in with it while you're naked is a little strange, to say the least. Most people typically have like some old ratty clothes they're wearing that they don't mind getting dirty or potentially destroyed. Straying dangerously close to zoophilia. What a nice way to put it. If this was the line of zoophilia, it's basically skirting it. This is not a line you need to be walking. I also love they specify if the manga is anything to go by, things will get significantly worse. So things are only going downhill from here as far as this goes. I could actually find out what happens in the manga, and God willing, I don't want to read it to try to find out. People on Twitter were already talking about it. Not sure what was creepier, the voyeur bat scene or a girl sucking / licking the dog's nose. But there is one scene that I was able to find from the manga. It's this. They describe the problematic element. Come lick my foot too, which is the part we already talked about, I believe, where she She smashes her foot into the wall and tries to get the dog to come suckle her toes. And then there's this scene. She's trying to sexually appeal to a dog while showing her derriere, to put it nicely. So anyways, I feel like it's going to go straight downhill. They already have, according to the Quad's website, or their MAU page, they have a OVA planned for it, and I'm scared for what that's going to be. It may just be 11 minutes of her just straight up banging her dog. I don't know who you tell about this. You tell an adult, what are they going to do? They're going to think you're weird for watching anime to begin with. The only, well, all the good recommendations, I should say, those I recommended on Mal, they all also ended with a 1. I think they're mostly just making fun of it. Except for one individual, and I think this may be a joke, to be fair. I'm not exactly clued in there. I'm not cool enough for this kind of stuff, but I'm hoping it is. Everyone's saying this anime is trash, is so brain dead. They cannot comprehend the level of genius that this anime portrays. Imagine you were a dog and your owner was a baddie. I don't know what that means, like a bad guy? That shit would be high-key insane. Like, that's a W in my books. Ion know about y'all, though. The girl Karen Unagi is fine ASL, no cap. The show isn't even that weird if you think about it. Somebody needs to make sure this person doesn't have any animals. It's just the dog, not that deep. For, again, somebody needs to make sure this person doesn't have any animals of any kind, especially a dog. One of the best anime I've watched in a while. You guys gotta give this a watch. Although they say the art looks good, and the other person said it was atrocious. But yeah, that's where the story stands so far. She's come close. She's gotten naked with her dog. She's had her dog sniff her cat, wink wink, and suckle on her toes. So it's really only going downhill from here. They're on episode, I think, 4. So 4 out of 12 with an OVA. It's not looking good for where this is going to go. But that's it so far. Hopefully it doesn't get worse. See ya.